6:48 this Tuesday in our Smart Start. We began with a breaking update here as Rochester fire crews have been at the scene of a house fire this morning on Avenue D.
Yeah, the calls came in right around the top of our 6 o'clock hour. Ron Spitzer rushed over now live at the scene with the latest on this situation. Ron, what have you seen?
Yeah, guys, the people who live in that multifamily home across the street right now watching in devastation as fire crews work on this side of the house, seemingly working on those hot spots. There is quite a bit of smoke here. Now, there are around 30 first responders. I counted 8 fire trucks and paramedics and EMTs standing by. Now, according to one of the people living in this multifamily home, this seems to have started downstairs. She actually managed to get out with a baby in hand. She says that she was sleeping next to the baby at the time that this happened. Now, as I see first responders, those firefighters coming out, they seem to be quite exhausted from the smoke and the heat. They are, in fact, dealing with the elements at this time. Of course, we do want to get that update from first responders to understand exactly what happened here, and when we do, we will keep you posted. For now, reporting, Ron Spitzer, News 8.
Ron, thank you covering that developing situation. Once we hear more from the fire department, we'll bring that to you during our cut-ins throughout CBS Mornings beginning at 7:25 and online right now at rochesterfirst.com.
Local election headquarters reminding you today is primary election day in New York State. Right here in the Flower City, a big race we're keeping an eye on is those 3 candidates trying to vie for the Democratic candidate for mayor in November.
Seeking that nomination today. When you go into the voting booth, you'll be able to vote on your party's ballot. That will be for your choice if you want to see move on to the general election this fall. Incumbent Mayor Malik Evans is seeking another term of 4 years, challenged by current city council member Mary Lupian and local businessman Shashi Sinha. In the months leading up to today, we had the chance for the debate here to hear from the candidates and where they stand on a variety of issues. One of the biggest questions the candidates had focused their time on surrounds the future of Rochester's sanctuary city status.
It's a complicated issue. Do we stay sanctuary city? Yes, I'm fully committed to saving our community, our immigrant community. But there are very many different aspects to it.
We absolutely are committed to our policy. It has stood the test of time since 1986.
We are going to protect our people. We will not turn our back on our immigrant population. It is incredibly important that we stand together.
Candidates also spoke about the future of the Police Accountability Board, the PAB, revamping downtown affordable housing, and the ongoing homeless encampment sweeps.
As mayor, I would end homeless encampment sweeps day one.
But no one should be on the streets in the city of Rochester. It is not a way to live.
You can't just take the tents away and leave that person to die in cold or heat.
In other contests, candidates also running for judge, city council, school board, and multiple races being held throughout jurisdictions around Monroe County.
Well, another high-profile primary contest we're following here on News 8 is the county-wide vote for Republicans in Ontario County. DA Jim Ritz faces career prosecutor Jason McBride. This race picked up attention in recent months following an internal investigation into a courthouse election night party controversy that dates back to last November. The report at the time stated that it was a day-long event involving alcohol, decorations, and karaoke. Ritz says this was a long-standing tradition, going back several years, and in fact only became a problem as he was up for re-election. But in contrast, McBride says the issue brought up legitimate concerns over ethics, and that's part of the reason he decided to run. This is the only primary in Ontario County this time around.
As we're looking at what's happening in cities around the state looking to elect new mayors as well, including Buffalo, Albany, Syracuse, and the big race in New York City. Scrutiny is focused there on former Governor Andrew Cuomo to see if he can make his political comeback against the current frontrunner, Queens Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani. The two are considered the top candidates in that race. However, recent allegations have come out that one of the candidates is using anti-Semitic language. Mamdani says Cuomo and the billionaires backing his super PAC have weaponized anti-Semitism in the closing days of the race.
I've been clear time and time again that there is no room for violence in our city, no room for violence in our country. My point is not that this is language that I use. It is a larger point about these words have different meaning for many different people.
I haven't said anything These are his words. Globalize the Intifada is a vulgar, brutal expression to the Jewish community.
Mamdani and Cuomo represent the party's ideological divides for the Dems, with Cuomo as an older moderate and Mamdani as a younger progressive. We're going to have coverage of this all throughout this primary day, as well as the results once we get them when the polls close at 9, on air with our team coverage and online at rochesterfirst.com.
Turning to continuing coverage this morning, both Iranian state television and Israel confirm a ceasefire this hours after President Trump first said that an agreement had been reached.
Now, how we got to this point, it was just 48 hours after the U.S. sent those B-2 bombers to destroy 3 nuclear sites in Iran. President Trump announced the ceasefire deal, which he says will bring an end to the conflict. In a social media post, the president outlined the agreement, saying the official end to the 12-day war will be saluted around the world. The president's announcement came hours after Iran launched a missile attack on a U.S. military base Monday in Qatar, and no one was injured there. Your sunrise traffic updates here at 6:55. Do have that house fire scene on Avenue D where Iran was moments ago beginning to clear out now, and just hearing again, no serious injuries reported. The good news there. The view from 490 moving along at speed. If you're coming in 104 from Williamson, Ontario and Webster, you are good to go passing the Bay Bridge 590 southbound as well. And James, you can see it in that camera. You were out there moments ago.
Yeah.
It's up to 6:30. Feel it this morning.
The sun is shining.
We'll get through today.
It was so funny, the difference between 6 and 6:30. When the sun was behind the trees,
yeah,
and it was like, okay, manageable, not bad. And then the second that sun just breaks over that horizon, you're like,
yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm going to the Red Wings game tonight.
You are.
I'm a bit nervous on just how hot I'm going to feel. I might get my first sunburn. Who's to say?
Well, you just got to sit in the right spot, right? You find the right
baseline. Yeah.
Strategic, shall we say?
Yes, exactly. But the sunsets over the Kodak building at the stadium are just beautiful there. 92, your forecast high temperature. I'm sure 93 in some spots. You look at that average of 80 degrees. Yeah, that's a long ways away. Sunset at 8:54 p.m. If it's Jazz Fest this evening, you definitely want to dress in those light clothes for you. Isolated storms next couple of days, but you see that downward trend in temperatures. Mid-70s on Thursday. That should be nice with those clouds around. Then those storms return. Likely Friday going into Saturday, but overall no real 90s in sight once we get rid of the one today.
All right, like it.
Yeah, and then by the end of that 8th day, getting to the 4th already. That's halfway through the year. Quick. That does it for us. Enjoy your primary day and stay cool, everybody. We'll see you back here in 30.
Yeah, have a great one.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on rochesterfirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.